In this video, we're gonna look at how you can use the splitter you know and love from the page designer, where you can resize windows and collapse them inside your own app. So let's get started. So good news first, this is absolutely free. This is part of our community plugins. It was initially developed by VX, but we took them over as VX was acquired by Oracle. So United Codes is now maintaining this. So yeah, it's supported. If you have any issues, let me know. And on the plugins pro page, you can just go to the plugin sections, search for splitter, and you can see it's UC splitter here. And then you can click log into download, and in that download you get a sample app and you get the plugin files itself. The plugin files, you can just import them into your shared components plugins and import the SQL file, and then you're ready to go. So I prepared a small page. It's an empty page, not an empty page, but it hasn't any splitter yet. So we have two interactive grids in here. We have like this project overview. We see projects, their cost, budget, and tasks. And like if we click on one, we have this detail report where we can see the 4 tasks for this project. Yeah, and also we have this calendar region where we can see actually the deadlines of any task. Okay, so yeah, so let's this is a lot of going on this page, and it's a lot of scrolling. So I think like splitters can make it nice here. For example, that if people need more space, have smaller screens, they can drag one table bigger or smaller. And like also when they don't need the calendar, they can quickly hide it away, and so they don't have to scroll a lot. So let's jump back into the page designer and let's get started and put like the master detail report next to each other. Here in body, I just use create region and call this one splitter. Then on type, you should have in here, if you installed the plugin, the UC splitter region plugin available to you. Okay, perfect. Now I just drag that to the top. And now the 2 regions I want to include into the splitter, and I can only put 2 regions in there, the reports here, I just click to them and say parent region is splitter, and I also need to move them to the subregions position in here. Okay, so let's just give it a shot. How does it look like? Okay, yeah, already working. We can drag them, we can hide the left pane, and perfect. But we can also like customize it and make it better. So first notice this is like a standard region template with the splitter thing up here. I don't know if it's necessary. In my case, I want to remove it. I can just change the template to blank with attributes here. And then we have just the content of the region, so we don't have any borders and title anymore. In the attributes of the splitter, what I can also do is like change the orientation. So currently they are next to each other. You can also change it to be one region on top of the other. And direction, so when we change this, now actually the right panel is collapsible. So I can hide the right panel. Currently it's the left panel that's hideable. Position, this means like the default sizes of the panel, so you can make like the first one or the one collapsed at default, so you need to actually click it to uncollapse it, or you can change the sizes, so the main panel is like a quarter and the other one 3/4 width. So that's customizable. Also what's nice is this height, so this needs a static height. The default is 500, but we can use this JavaScript code from the help to actually make it almost full height of the screen. We can disable collapsing here. And what's nice is we can check this persist state. And so let's take a look. Yeah, so actually now the right panel collapses. It's a little bit higher. And if I drag this around a little bit and reload, because I checked the persist state, it's exactly at the same way I left it. Perfect. Okay, so now we have this calendar still here on the bottom thing. I think it makes sense to like move it also into a panel here, but yeah, here's a little bit space on the right, so move it here, and we can also add another splitter to there, so we can actually like collapse the calendar. That would be nice. So back here, so I told you can only have like 2 subregions in the splitter. How are we gonna add another splitter in there? Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So we replace our report here with just another splitter region. So I call this region sub splitter, and again change the type, again change the template to blank with attributes, and then I'm gonna move the calendar and the child interactive grid report to the sub splitter and then to the sub region. So there are no children of that sub splitter. And let's also go in here. So direction I changed to end, so we can collapse the calendar. I change the height here again, make it a little bit smaller. Also persist state, and also change this to vertical, so they're actually below each other. Let's take a look if this worked. Yeah, it did work great. So if I don't need the calendar, I can just collapse it. And if it's too small, I can like move it a little bit to the top and to the side so I can see it, change the view, close it again. If I reload, everything's back as I left it off. And yeah, I think that's some nice user experience for users, like we do a lot, or at least I like to do a lot with the splitters in the page designer. When I want to read the help text, I move that around. If I need more space with the attributes, I change this a lot. As we like as developers, your power users may also appreciate to have that in your apps. Okay, so last thing I want to show you is actually we do have like a demo app of all of our community plugins and also all the paid plugins. And so let's go quickly over it. So we have also a page here for the UC splitter. And again, you get a download of this app also included in your plugin download. You can install it into your workspace and take a look at how this works. So here are some basic examples. I showed you two, but more interestingly here, for example, here's a custom default state with like 1/5 of the left panel. And we also have like this 3-panel layout next to each other, like we do have with the page designer. We have this funny golden splitter where each sub panel is always like divided, so we get the golden ratio in here. That looks funny. Yeah, and then also like here are some examples to like how we can actually also use it with tabs or collapsible regions. So no issues with that. So yeah, maybe check it out if you want to see some in-depth details. Also, you can look at the other plugins we have from here. And let me know what you think of the plugin, if you have a useful use case for it. And thank you very much for tuning in. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.